Well, good morning from a grey, isn't it? Actually, it's probably raining because the washing's out, sort of near Peterborough. Let's go and see what's happening in the greenhouse. Steve, what's happening in the greenhouse?
Oh, good morning. Right, basically, we've been getting a lot of blanket weed. We started using cloverleaf, which I'm really impressed. It's absolutely ripped off all the blanket weed and the string weed and string, whatever you want to call it, the green horrible stuff. We now think that it's gone into the 4-inch drain and the flow is being reduced. So if you watch Decoy TV, Dave Bradley, he's using one of these he's using one of these Karcher right, we're back. So Karcher drain rodding pipe, go for the original, then you're not messing around. So basically I've put this in the rodding point, I've shoved it down about 3 meters maybe, and I've just hit the trigger and a god awful amount of weed has just come flying out. So the drum has just been multiple cleaning. In the meantime, today is Friday 21st, a week tomorrow, Perfect Aquatics, go down and see Crafty, 3 o'clock, there is a grow and show. I haven't got the details with me, but I think it's 3 o'clock. Check on Crafty's Facebook page, get yourself down there, and there is fish to be bought and fish to be grown. Go check it out. I've done my bit, advertising.
Yeah, so yeah, what we'd noticed is that the pond had actually overflowed over this window. We've been keeping an eye on it. It had been, you can see where the line there, it had been up to for the last few weeks. The skimmer, you can still see the skimmer, the overflow was working inside, so we dropped that down a little bit. Been trying to pump out and clean out the system. And that arrived last week. This morning, yeah, water murky. So Steve's having a go, and fingers crossed that's going to help. Yeah, so that's today's little story. So now all that excitement's calmed down, hiding in the greenhouse because yes, it is raining at the moment, or I don't think it'll rain for long. I thought I'd do a quick garden update. Haven't done one for a couple of months. I could do with having a look around as well. So firstly, in the greenhouse, it's getting a little bit exciting here. So we're starting to get some tomatoes, as usual. There's a couple there, there's a couple on that one. Stupidly, I forgot to pinch the top of that one out. So yeah, that's about the same height as I am, maybe more. Yeah, herbs, basil, lemongrass, we might be able to use some there. That's that grassy one, obviously. That's all very exciting. What else have I done? So yeah, let's go down here. Hopefully, can you see that little hoverfly? This is great. We are absolutely full of hoverflies and damselflies in here, which is wonderful. So this is one of the chilies, and look, we have chilies. Yay! There's the first 2. I have an aubergine, which is a bit of a surprise. So had 3-4 aubergine plants germinate, put them in the greenhouse, and somehow the slugs got them. Found what looked like it might be a chili plant in amongst my sweet peas, and it was an aubergine. So there's one aubergine. I've been frantically trying to hand pollinate it from the chili plants because there was one flower, and it looks like it might have worked. Either that or they're self-pollinating, I don't know, but it's another one there hopefully. Some more chilies. These a little bit late, but they're going to flower. These are some like black coloured red peppers. Again, it's another one I thought weren't coming through at all, but I've actually got 2. So yeah, and then we're going to have some tomatoes up here as well, some little baby tomatoes. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Now the other thing that we did, and this is another plug, nothing to do with them at all, is that I get most of my plants from place called the Herb Nursery. Anybody who's in Rutland area, if you haven't visited, you have to go and visit. It is just, it's an old farmhouse which they took over in the 70s. It's become a nursery, all sorts of really interesting plants, lots of, yeah, particularly herbs. It's really cute. The swallows are buzzing around your head. It's take cash because they prefer cash, but it's fantastic. That's in Thistleton. So yeah, if you're ever going through Rutland, fancy a little bit of a browse round, definitely worth it. Anyway, they also have become a geranium pelargonium specialist. So this year I thought, let's do some baskets, let's go and do some hanging baskets. Had my little bit of a trial with the trying to get stuff to germinate, propagate last year, which I showed you, failed because we then had the really hot day and it just didn't work. So I had another go, about 20 leaves on one little branch, and I think this is what we've got left. So we have one leaf here, one here, and that was a little branch, and that seems to be much more successful. I'll take that off, that flowered. That's going to be a sort of trailing one. This is quite a big, nice sort of show plant. So yeah, okay, a couple of successes. I've got most hopes for that one though, I think, which is better than nothing. Need to try some fuchsias next. So these are the pelargoniums, and you see they are fantastic. I just love these colours. I think that's the one that's that I've got the leaf inside. That's sort of white and red. Another tomato plant, which I tried to get rid of, but everybody else seems to have too many tomato plants, so I've stuck it in a pot. We'll see what happens. Fruit, yeah, not doing too badly. Lots of jostaberries and things this year, which I've not tried before. So we're going to have jostaberry jelly, and that's gooseberry blackcurrant cross, which was grown, propagated to a friend. So we'll try that. What else do we have? Yes, so here we have the hose for the Karcher. Tried to get 6 metres. We've got about 60 here. I guess it's ridiculous. Some of the reviews said that it's hard to uncoil. So it's, yeah, they're just leaving it down the garden to try and get some of the kinks out. What else do we got? Oh yeah, more pelargoniums, hanging baskets. Yeah, none of them are flowering at the moment except that one. It's kind of an unusual colour, like that one. What else do we have? Oh yeah, this is a bit interesting. So the grapes that we have on the deck, which I'll show you in a bit, are absolutely everywhere, have self-seeded. So these were taken out one of the pots. A couple of them not looking so good now I've potted them on. Yeah, so we have extra vines. Yeah, that's a bit, I'm not sure how well they'll last. I don't know if vines do the whole changing variety as they, because the genes cross as they grow. I'm not sure. We've got apples this year, and more apples on this one. So this has never had so many on, but we moved it off the deck when we put the new deck in, when it was in blossom next to this one, and obviously it actually works having something to germinate off, so you're having to pollinate, so that's good news. And the goldfish, want to say hello. Haven't seen any baby goldfish for the last couple of years actually, but yeah, they're quite happy. Yeah, this is the wildflower area. So we've had an absolute wealth of butterflies as well. We always get the holly blues. We've got red admirals around at the moment. There's always a comma. Yeah, we like that. That makes sense. Strawberry patch. We've completed the poppies. Yeah, this needs another weed, doesn't it? But that's been pretty good this year. Beans. Oh, it's another one. So they've been successful. Leeks have just got in a bit late there. Let's see what's in here. So this was bought as a bit of an experiment, and the trouble with it, it's great because yeah, you get a really nice warm atmosphere in here. Stuff grows quicker. What it's meant is that, most of the lettuces have been ready at the same time as the lettuces next door because they've come in a bit quickly. So we've had lettuces everywhere. And it also means that I can't tell if stuff's bolting. So the carrots got eaten by slugs. I've put more in. It looks like I actually need to pick these, some of them, because it looks like they're bolting. Similarly, the golden beetroot. We'll take that now, and we'll take that one. I've had some red beetroot as well. Yeah, so that looks like it might be a tomatillo, but it's a wild one, so probably won't eat off that. Yeah, so as I said, the lettuces are bolted. They've all managed to be, pretty much all managed to be ready, apart from a couple I put in a couple of weeks ago, I'd held back at the same time. So if anyone's got a decent recipe for lettuce soup, please let me have it. Yeah, tomatillos. Got some scallions as well. Spring onions, they're onions, what got eaten by slugs during the week. And rhubarb. So that was only put in August. No, October last year. So it looks like we might actually be able to get some rhubarb probably next year. Yeah, and herbs, mint. Oh, more pelargoniums, because you know they're just quite bright and I like that. What else we got? Mulberries. If anyone wants mulberries and who's in Peterborough, then get down here before birds get them all. Yeah, I did, what have I done? I did blackberry and mulberry jelly, that works. So yeah, I've got some more blueberries, not so successful because the blackbird likes them, but not doing too badly. Yeah, and then my hanging baskets, again, more pelargoniums. Lobelia's a bit sad. When we went on holiday, I don't know if you can see that, went on holiday and then of course it got really hot. So the lobelias, it's all self-seeded. I haven't had to buy any for several years, which is great, but it's struggling a bit. And the final thing to show you, again, oh, another one, gorgeous purple, is these. So I've got 4 little plants, off of 2 plants. I think I'm going to have to start learning how to make wine. Again, if anybody knows anything about winemaking, please let me know, because that's looking quite successful. Yeah, happy with that. Anyway, so really quick run around the garden, just a bit of an update. Successful with the veg, happy with those. Obviously it all comes in one go, and so you've a lot of chutney and things, because otherwise it all goes over. Quite a lot gets thrown over the fence at the neighbours, which is fine, and she throws stuff back at us. But yeah, not doing too badly this year. Yeah, so I'm going to leave you there. We'll get this put out, and hope everyone's okay who's watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
So just a further addendum to the Karcher. I wanted about 6 metres of pipe, but they don't do it. So I think I've ended up with, well, I'm actually stood on the end, and these jets fire backwards almost like an arrow in 4 places. So like I said, I wanted 6 metres, and I think I've got 20 metres. So right over there where the plant pots are in the far end of the garden, and this was coiled up big time. But little tip, I don't know whether I've seen this off somebody before, but I'll share it with you. So from the tip to this point, this is Karcher's safety zone. So this has got to be in the pipe before you press the trigger, just for safety's sake. And then I've actually marked with green tape every metre, 2 metres, 3 metres, and then by my calculations, this is my point of no return where it goes into the bottom drain air dome. So I need to avoid going to that point, so I'm only going to put about 3 metres in. I don't want to get the end hooked into the bottom drain and then I've got this thing stuck. Up to now, highly recommended. Drawbacks, it comes so tightly coiled you've got to put it in a bucket of hot water and leave it for half an hour, just so it softens everything, and then you can stretch it out. Other bad point, we're about 80 quid. Oh my god, are you kidding, for a bit of pipe? But anyway, job done, water levels dropped. Hopefully the clarity of the pond will return. I haven't really done a lot with the pond because, as you may well know through Facebook, I've been ripping out the bathroom, and all we have up there at the moment is floor. We've got nothing in it, so I'm going to go to the tip to get rid of the old bath and toilet, and then I pick up the new toilet. So looking forward to that. Right, I'll get back to you if there's anything else. Right, we've been monitoring the pond water level for a few hours. As expected, the water level has dropped and sort of balanced. The pumps aren't going to be struggling, and it's going to be more effective. The Karcher drain rodding pipe, 100%, 100%. In the grand scheme of things, if it's going to cost me 75-80 quid to unblock my bottom drain, instead of emptying it out or disconnecting things, I'm all for it. So 10 out of 10 seal of approval. It works fantastic. We just now need to monitor the water level to get it up just a fraction more, so the skimmer isn't starved. But apart from that, perfect. So looking forward, as I said earlier, 28th, Saturday the 28th at Perfect Aquatics. I'm going to be popping down there because I've got to make a purchase anyway, so hopefully that's going to be in stock when I get there. Everything with the pond is working fine. Sorry I haven't put a video out for such a long time, but we've just got a hole in a room where a bathroom should be, and I've just actually been to pick up all the components apart from the bath. That comes on Wednesday. Plaster Monday, Tuesday. Wish me luck, wish me luck. Anyway, in the meantime, I think it might rain. It's looking terrible. In the meantime, look after your family. 4 jobs, 5 jobs, maybe even 6. Somebody's going to come forward and say I've had 6, surely. Anyway, enjoy the weekend and stay safe.